Where have you been?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another teaser episode. It is Friday, my favorite day, and hopefully your favorite day, because you get to listen to our beautiful voices just for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And today we are closing out Spooky Month. I'm pouring one out right now for my favorite month of the year. And we had to close it out right. And so we are going to be looking at a fantastic film, Misery, which is a Stephen King adaptation. It's 30th year anniversary of this movie. And you know what? I'm super excited for this one. I can't take any credit for this. I will blame Ben for the frustrating kind of development. Normally this is a very easy conversation, right? We actually have a list. We have a very large list, if you want to do a deep dive on this process, of me kind of saying like, hey, have you seen this movie? And a lot of them come from the Mount Rushmores, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's like, have you seen that? And it's like, no. And you're like, oh, God, Jesus. Another one to the list. But during Spooky Month, it's been a situation where I kind of just say like, hey, have you seen this one? And your response is usually, yes, loved it. And
this Spooky Month was mostly my thing. I had to be like, hey, I didn't see this one. What do you think about this?
Yep. Yeah. And so I got to give full credit to Amber for this one. She was the one that recommended Misery, which for some reason slipped through the cracks for me.
Yeah.
Which is strange because I love Stephen King. I don't read too much anymore because I've just slowly been getting dumber as I get older. But I used to read a lot as a kid, and I feel like I've written. Jesus Christ, if I had written this, you wouldn't be listening to this podcast.
Exactly.
I read this back in the day, and a couple times, and I really liked it. It's a great book, and
yeah.
I think the movie is great too. I mean, maybe one day I'll put that just complete dog shit film in front of you and pretend that I like it just to see what happens.
I'd be like, Mike, what is this shit? Why are we doing this?
It'll be a fun game too of like maybe it's like dinner at the in-laws, right? Where you're kind of like, yeah, this is really tasty meatloaf, and in the back of your mind you're like just wanting to vomit continuously.
Yeah.
Shout out to meatloaf. I love meatloaf. Is there such thing as bad meatloaf? I don't know. Never had it. I don't know where we are right now. This is honestly, this deep dive, this is like take 5 or 6. We've had a lot of technical issues. But anyways, let's fucking get to the questions.
Let's go.
Number one question is, what do you know about this movie?
First of all, shout out Meatloaf, yeah, for sure.
The musical artist, too, by the way.
Yeah, him too.
Fucking shout out Meatloaf.
I would do anything but... Anyway, sorry. For about this movie, I know that there's like an obsessed fan of somebody's, and I'm pretty sure in the Stephen King realm, it's probably an author who they're obsessed about. So I don't know whether or not she like just straight up steals him, or by steals him I mean like abducts him or something like that, or straight up, or like she finds him somewhere and he's like sick or like has an accident or something. I'm not even sure, but I know she's obsessed with him and that she's kind of wild. She's very wild.
Yeah, and you could guess from the poster that like something bad is about to happen.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah, it's just a lot of James Caan in a bed. Which, I mean, is an interesting question of, is this an easy acting job or a bad acting job? You literally just lay in bed all day, right?
Right.
Sounds like my dream Sunday.
I was going to say, like, if you can get paid for that, hell yeah, dude.
Maybe. All right, so we'll get through some of these. Some of these are going to be spoilers. There's no way around it. But Annie, who is the main one of the main characters, played by Kathy Bates. Shout out Kathy Bates, legend. She has this thing where she makes up words, which I do all the time, right? I just call people not by their name, by just giving kind of pet names, stuff like that. But Annie's are usually when she's very angry, when she's upset. She just like says random words. And so not how many times do we hear them, but how many different ones do you hear?
Okay, making up words that kind of cover up for swear words. I'm going to say 13. She's very creative.
Okay, I like that. Lucky number 13.
Yeah.
It is, again, spoiler, he's captured and held prisoner. And we see some escape attempts. How many escape attempts do we see?
I'm gonna say 3.
Okay. I love playing this game of the title of the movie, Misery. Do we actually hear it in the film? And so how many times do we hear the word misery?
I think it's gonna be one of those things where it's like it's the title of the movie, and then it's like the guy that got captured is gonna say like, "Oh, it's so much misery." It's gonna be like a Peter Griffin thing where it's like, "Oh, he said it.
He like
He said the thing."
looks right at the camera and winks while he does it too, right? Like...
So yeah, they're only gonna say misery one time.
Okay, all right.
Just winking at the camera.
Oh my god. If only we were filmmakers.
Yeah, I know.
So they would just be bad. How many times he takes pills in this film as well? How many times do we see him take or hide his pills?
I'm gonna say 6. 6 times.
Okay. And then the final one, right? It's a Stephen King movie, so she's, we can make assumptions that she's not kidnapping him to play house. That there could be some badness involved. Does he live? Does James Caan character Paul Sheldon, does he live at the end?
Kathy Bates, she looks pretty wild. So I'm gonna say no. He's gonna not make it through it.
Okay, a non-happy ending. I like that.
Yeah,
it's going against the grain, Ben.
Yeah, spooky. Gotta get spooky.
It is spooky. So I'm pumped. I'm excited for this one. I hope you're excited to watch. I hope the listeners are excited to experience this one. It'll be out in a couple of days. Our thrilling conclusion to Spooky Movie Month. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes.